This Lil Mas representative has been making waves in the underground for years now, building a cult-like following, but he just put out what is likely going to be one of the more slept-on drops of this busy summer. What is good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Mafia. If you are rocking with this content, go ahead and smash that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't. But today, quick thoughts on this new one from Estee Nack and V Don entitled Brap 2. So Estee Nack is currently one of the grimiest and more unique vocalists in the underground scene today. I can't say that I've heard all of his projects, and I'll admit I could do a better job in checking for them, but I was definitely intrigued to cover this new one since he is reunited with the prolific Harlem producer V Don. Now, V Don is at an active 2025 so far, producing projects for Bodie James, Willie the Kid, and Black Soprano Family. He's definitely one of the more underrated but go-to producers in the traditional rap space. But now he is back around with Nack Man for Brap 2, the follow-up to their 2023 record. So Brap 2 contains 13 songs lasting approximately 38 minutes. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with that track-by-track breakdown. The opener, Big Rifles and Pistols, has this off-kilter horn loop that sort of fits with that Griselda aesthetic. It's celebratory, but still kind of quirky. And Nack says, many claim they 5%ers, but they rarely understand those lessons. And that's the thing with Estee Nack's music. You will get a lot of 5% rhetoric in his verses. He also, in a braggadocious way, says Nack Mandela introduced Satan to flames. But yeah, overall, very solid opener to set the scene. Track 2, Lakota Dreamcatcher, is, I think, the earliest single. Now, this is set to some melancholic boom bap production. The pianos are elegant and twinkling, almost reminiscent to DJ Premier in a sense. Ideal head nodding production. I also like the old dirty vocal sample that was embedded, and it's kind of fitting for Nack's unorthodox, zany style as an MC. Nack said, I try to wake dudes up. It's obvious they prefer sleep. I'm mentally positive and my purse deep. I also dug helping the customer choose a vein, loose change, we in the mansion, deeper than Wu-Tang. This is followed up by Carll, and it's the best song here and easily a top 3 song of the summer for me. And there was a lot of competition, especially in July. You have what sounds like ice cream truck bells. It's more entrancing, twinkling production. I feel V Don bodied it, and I would consider this to be a 5-mic instrumental. Yes, I am declaring this to be a 5-mic instrumental just casually the last weekend of July in 2025. But yeah, this is such a mesmerizing, impeccably produced soundscape. It's dreamy yet eerie at the same time, and some slick lines from Nack where weak, frail individuals sleep with the sea snails. It's just a different or a clever way of saying you sleep with the fishes. And a funny one, I'm a street scholar, take my advice. I like a bad bitch, though she make a bad wife. Track 4, Easy Bread, one of my favorites, features Aldo, a slept-on coke rapper. Now this has an unsettling beat with a mysterious flute. It's something for the back alley, but also very luxurious. This low-key is probably my second favorite beat. The hook is also sinister. Got him thinking easy bread, but I'm centuries ahead. I left this picture with the dreads. The feel here is ominous and cinematic. Like you can almost envision Estee Nack passing a photo of some unfortunate soul to the Jamaicans. And Aldo, the self-proclaimed pope of the coke talk, has the lines, I know my story, it'll sell. We had nothing, shit was grimy like Nori and Pharrell. And I have to say Aldo was my favorite feature on this project. Immediately after is OG Fire, which has a bright, hazy, stripped back beat. You are getting pure aggression and those chaotic flows here. The OG Fire hook is catchy, and the delivery is different, but the following line stood out. Customers needed something to get him by. He'll come back with some money when he get energized. Cunny's innovative when he's trying to get high. What comes next is High Technology, a posse cut with Al Divino and 2 others. Now this has a hypnotic, watery boom bap beat. And while Al Divino did his thing, Estee Nack did jump out the most, especially with lines like Cuddy resemble a space invader on the way up. I slow down the pitch speed, but never change up. So yeah, you are getting that hallway head nod in hip hop, or something that you could zone out to on a high-rise rooftop. The following True Essence interlude, it does feel like a brief homage to the Woo. It's very 5% layered. You can almost hear Jizza and Master Killa on this. And that feels authentic given Nack's affinity for 5% ideology. Right after is Colder featuring Ty Dale, set to a crisp and subtle beat. Not as ear-grabbing as some of the others, but Nack said, dude changing colors on you and never dyed their hair. But Paper Chaser 2 picks up the pace in that you have this suspenseful electric guitar riff. It's psychedelic, cinematic, and Nack dropped the amusing lines. I got bougie bitches that throw fits. You got a few ugly bitches and old kicks. So he's just making the broke cats look bad. Then there is Off the Plane with its dusty, lopsided jazz rap production, and Nack paints a picture of the luxury life here, reminding us that the pilot asked him for his autograph for one of his projects. There are also the dope lines, I drop signs to shock him like an electric eel, and the following bars kind of really best describe the sound that Nack and V-Don were going for with this project, in my opinion. We in the shadows, even though we belong under the glimmery bright lights. And that's really like the flavor of these V-Don instrumentals. It's in the shadows, but still a part of those bright lights. Next is Ring Walk, a track with more of a victorious tone, but still murky. And Nack boasts, I'm in tip-top shape for the purchase. Powder gave me purpose. And since you just heard me, you just scraping the surface. I thought that was a dope way to talk his talk. But yeah, as a whole, cool track that taps into his aesthetic well. The second to last track, Elegant Delinquent with Al Divino, has more majestic, dreamy pianos and those gritty deliveries. Nack said, I can tell that you broke by the way that you hold your fork and knife. You ain't cutting that steak right. So it's him in that alpha male mode, reminding cats that they don't quite have their paper right. So Al Divino represented enough, but again, it was Estee Nack who had more interesting lines. Then the closer, El Duce, has this signature V-Don instrumentation in that it's cinematic, it's spacious, and it's unsettling. You have Nack going in and out of Spanish, talking his stuff, and saying that his pen game rivals Wes Craven's. So overall, I'm going to give this project a rating of a strong 4 mics. It is unfortunate that it will go under the radar due to a lot of the big name drops this month. But it is still one of the better Coke Talk cinematic East Coast projects you're going to get this summer. As far as Coke rap adjacent projects or mafioso-esque releases are concerned, this drop, it holds its own against projects from Boldy, Freddie, Benny, and Raekwon. Brap 2 is evidence that they don't miss as a duo and their chemistry is still intact. V-Don continues to demonstrate why he is one of the best producers in this current landscape, especially for cinematic production. And I would say on the lyrical tip, Estee Nack rapped better than his features here, with the exception of Al Dub. But let me know below where you think this rates in Estee Nack's catalog, and if you like this better than their 2023 drop. Favorite tracks include Lakota Dreamcatcher, Carll, Easy Bread, OG Fire, High Technology, Paper Chasing 2, Off the Plane, Ring Walk, and El Duce. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Muff. I'm signing out, but as always, it's peace and blessings. V-Don, Estee Nack, Brap 2.